Just moving on a little bit. I mean, can you tell me? I mean, clearly, you've done this for a long time. You've had a lot of success. I mean, can you just sort of run through a few examples of projects that that you got involved with? Why you got involved in the first instance, and where you are now with them and how they went.
Yeah. Well, my background's building.
All right. Okay.
So I've done an awful lot of quotes on building works and done an awful lot of conversions. I did a lot in southwest London.
Right.
So I know I've got a very good feel of what work is involved to do things.
Sure.
And the problems you're going to find and the costings of them.
Yes.
Because obviously that's the big problem with most people have. They've got no idea, without getting a builder involved, how much a conversion or refurb is going to cost.
Right.
Whereas I can obviously get pretty close to the actual cost of it.
Yes. Yes. From experience.
Yeah, from experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of actual projects that you've worked on, I mean, have you got examples where you thought, I think you spotted a property and you thought, gosh, I can see the potential in that. You can perhaps give us some examples and what happened and where we are now.
Very early on in my property career, and I think it's about my third flat I bought, so I saw a flat upstairs a bank.
All right.
For sale. Excuse me. There used to be the bank manager's flat. They used to have massive great flats above the bank. So this was it's in Westbourne in Bournemouth. This was a great big 4-bedroom flat, central corridor, high ceilings, roof space above. So I bought the flat because I knew that I could just tidy it up and sell it on if I needed to. But I applied for planning permission to convert it into 4 flats, which I got planning permission.
Right.
Had quite a lot of negotiation with the banks for them to give me permission, but that's a long story. But eventually I got permission from the freeholder, who was the bank, plus the planning department, and converted that into 4 flats, which we did about 5 years ago now, and they've been rented out ever since.
Right, and no problems with the rentals?
No.
Fantastic.
And we created new leases, so each lease has got a separate buy-to-let mortgage on it.
Right.
So I was able to, the capital I used to do that,
yes,
I was able to get that out to do the next project.
Right. Was this one of your own properties, or?
Yeah, that was my own property.
Right.
While I was doing that, I saw a property down the road in Allenshine.
Yes.
Which was a nice Victorian property.
Yes.
By the sea. Had a ground floor flat, a top floor flat, but in the middle the 2 flats were not quite separated. They shared a kitchen and bathroom. But I knew that we could get planning permission to sort of split those properly. So the purchase price was £380,000, but we needed £150,000 cash to pay the deposit.
Right.
We got a commercial mortgage on it,
sure,
and some of the refurb costs. Because I was doing my bank project, I didn't have the cash to do that.
Right.
So that's when one of my early joint ventures started, where a friend of mine, he had that capital available.
Right.
He actually used equity from his house on a mortgage.
Yes.
Put that into our joint venture.
Right.
I did everything, got all the work done, got planning permission, and we sold all those. That was 2006, I think it was. Sold them all very easily within about 4 months. So the total project time from buying to selling was probably under 9 months.
Right.
The profit on it was, after paying back my partner, was 150,000. So we sold them all, paid the mortgage off, paid my partner back 150,000.
Yes.
Then there was 120,000 left in the pot.
Gosh.
So we had 60,000 each.
Within 9 months?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Plus then, because we'd split up the property from one freehold into 4 leasehold flats and sold them off, we still had the freehold. And so a year later we then sold that freehold to the new owners for about 15,000.
So that's £7,500 each?
Yeah.
Gosh.
So we created a value at the freehold, as well as adding value to the individual flats.
Sure.